Sup,
Word.
you master thieves and crafty scoundrels. The Ego review continues into the zero punctuation era. Because it was after I started that this game came out. Trilby, the Arse of Theft.
I have not played this one.
No.
No, I think this is the last of your games that I haven't actually...
But you will be in a minute.
Oh, I'm actually doing it, am I?
Well, we'll see. I have a funny feeling you'll be shit at this because it requires finesse.
Ah, yes.
So here's a keyboard. Put your damn coffee down.
It's a fucking keyboard thing.
Yeah. AGS didn't support controllers, bitch.
Goddamn.
Because this was made with
I'm presuming.
This was made with Adventure Game Studio.
I love that you make non-adventure games with Adventure Game Studio. Like, that's actually kind of interesting to me.
Well, it was the only thing I was familiar with, and I was too stubborn to learn something new until I learned Game Maker instead. Now I'm too stubborn to learn something besides that.
There's a big streak of just that conservative stubbornness in you, where you're just like, I'm not upgrading to Windows 10. He's got Windows 7, and he's got it set to look like Windows 98. That's the best part.
I find it comforting.
Okay, think about that.
Anyway,
the artsy crucial Windows 98 is his security blanket.
Anyway, let's talk about this lovely story you're totally ignoring. We are Trilby of 5 Days a Stranger, 2 years before the events of that game. It's currently 1991, when Trilby is in his mid-20s, and a brash, self-righteous, arrogant young thief in the cities of America. Because after I'd finished the Chzo Mythos, I realized I'd created a sort of arc for Trilby where he starts off as this sort of arrogant, self-styled Robin Hood figure and gradually becomes haunted by the knowledge of things being bigger than he previously understood. So I wanted to go back and explore his character when he was still a young, arrogant person who thinks he's got it all figured out. Basically.
Tick on the screen.
So, yes.
Oh, okay, the computer screen. Okay.
Yeah, so there's 3 levels of light.
Mm-hmm.
This is what this tutorial is establishing. You're in low light, which means you cannot be seen at all.
Righty. Is the things up on the top right there, the eyeball and...
Well, this will all be explained if you just keep moving forward.
There we go.
Now you're in medium light. When you're in medium light, you're visible if you're just standing there, but if you press X to flatten yourself against the wall, then you become invisible again. Don't hold it, press it once.
Well,
it's a trigger. It's a trigger thing.
Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Can I move while flattened?
Not presently, but there's an upgrade that means you can. What the hell was that?
Bring out your dead.
I think someone's rolling a dustbin down the hill outside. So now you're in full light, which means you can be seen always. I wish that noise would stop now. Yeah, they were digging up the road outside this morning.
You can use it to get to high places.
Yes.
I have umbrellas in high places.
So we're using Trilby's grappling hook umbrella, except not as a grappling hook at all. you just stick it in the road.
He's got a very different physicality to him in this one.
I guess you're using it more as a...
his stance is completely different. He has what appears to be an upper body.
This is a much more light-hearted sort of 60s spy tone of things. Where he stands with the confidence of, like, Superman in front of a mugger's bullets. Ha ha ha, you shoot me in the chest, but it is nothing. Yes, interact with that electronic control box.
Push up.
Yes, push up.
Alright, I was pushing shift. The arrow keys on this are tiny.
Yes, that lovely tiny... We love that tiny keyed keyboard.
Okay, so is there a correlation between the color of the beam and the color of the wire I'm supposed to cut?
No. Just pick one.
Well,
this was basically just a random choice. That was wrong.
Okay.
You fool. It's basically a gamble. It can make things slightly easier for you. This is what it's establishing.
Oh, okay, so the electronics is a risk thing that is okay.
We'll get into this when we get a better idea of the mechanics. Yes, thank you, that noise stopped for now.
Is there a run button?
No.
Okay, so run is just move forward.
Yes, you move as fast as you usually can. Like that. There you go. And you can flatten to evade these vertical lasers.
Oh, I'm holding it again.
This is the lovely sort of warehouse car parky thing Trilby uses as a hideout. And the city this game takes place in is called Chapeau City. And it's called that because chapeau sounds a bit like the French word chapeau, which means hat.
Layers.
Nobody picked up on that. That's your taser. That will take down guards, but there's a limited number of times you can do it in a mission.
Oh, okay. Is that anywhere that I can see? Like, is there like a late taser thing?
Yes, there will be a GUI when you're in an actual mission.
Okie dokie.
You keep asking questions when you could just proceed and see for yourself. What are you so afraid of?
Okay.
Yes, press. This is the quick time event. You press space.
Right.
Press X or space. And la 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 la. Yes. So you steal cash to meet your cash loot objective, and you also get experience points to spend on upgrades by stealing things. Yes, then you have to... You failed!
Oh.
You're even worse at lockpicking than you are in consuming shadow.
Oh. Alright, okay, that's it. Alright.
That's how you do it.
Stronger locks in the field!
Yeah,
okay.
That took you like 4 tries.
I was getting, the...
Better scrape the cobwebs off. Master thief. Yes, credits. Me. Aren't I great? Here's some people. Yes, my game development output slowed considerably after I started Zero Punctuation.
Should I save? Like, are there things I have to concern myself with?
Yeah, just save. Who cares?
I thought there might be, an issue where I have to reload it or something.
Stop muttering. We're doing a commentary for people to listen to. If you got something to say, sound it out.
Okay, the upgrades are there.
Yes. You look at a newspaper and think, ooh, I'm so great at stuff. I reckon I could learn a new ability right now.
Okay, where do we go? Roll. Alright, that seems pretty good.
Yes.
Alright. Ooh.
Yeah, that's the one way you can move while wall hugging. And that one lets you move a bit faster.
Lower standards.
So how the missions work is sort of Splinter Cell style. You got a limited number of alarms you permit yourself in the mission. If you exceed that number of alarms, you immediately abort and have to start again. And there's a similar thing with tasers. So if
I run out of tasers, it stops the game.
Well, if you use it too many times, Trilby goes, I need more practice. I'm not a thug. I don't hurt people. I was heavily inspired by the Thief series for this game. I especially like those little briefings you'd have in between at the start of the Thief missions, where Garrett would explain the mission to you in his sexy voice, and it would establish his character. We're doing something similar here with Trilby.
Okay.
Where he's saying he's going to steal from...
Perota.
Someone called Perota, who's a businessman. Trilby, at this stage in his career, basically picks people who he decides need to be taken down a peg and targets them until they're much poorer. Yes. I've already explained all that. So in this mission, you got to get together your loot. You got to get together 200 in loot, and you collect it by stealing blackmail material from filing cabinets, and you got to crack that safe in the top right as well. That's the objective.
Rightio.
So if you press tab, you can see there's 3 alarms left and 3 tasers left.
Alright. Now, is the direction of the guy's hair pointing the...
Yes, when he looks up, he's looking at you. Well, he can't see you at all when you're in zero light. He saw you.
Damn it.
So you got that much time to get back into shadow. And if he spots you, if you're still visible when that animation ends, he'll go into his alerting animation, and you can tase him before he's finishing his animation and prevent an alarm going
So
off.
I have to hold down, but I don't hold X.
Well, ducking wouldn't have helped there anyway.
Well, how do I get past him if I'm not ducking?
Well, you just move quickly past him when he's not looking at you.
He was looking awfully quick.
It's quite doable.
Well, no, I'm just saying that, like, from my perspective, it looked like there's the wall hug part.
Well, you
and
can
then there's
move
the duck part.
Well, you can move awfully quick as well. Doop doop.
Should I tase this guy?
Doop doop.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a trouble with sprite layering in Adventure Game Studio.
Ugh.
Okay, you used up a tase on that.
Can I just walk past people and they won't notice me?
If you're
Like, if I'm hidden, like, if I'm in dark and I go like this and they'll just...
Yeah, they'll just walk straight past you.
Okay, alright.
And you can walk straight past them.
Is that a wall? What is that?
That's a high wall. If you had a roll ability, you could pass through there. But you don't.
Okay. Oh, there's elevators, alright. Okay, and that's a camera, so I don't want that to see me.
Yes, you've got that figured out.
There is... Alright, so there's a dude up there that lets me monkey with the cameras. That would be a productive thing to get.
How do you know it lets you monkey with the cameras?
Well, because there's a camera pointed directly at those two filing cabinets down there, and I assume those have to be... If it is... Oh, alright, I've got to use my little doodad. What? You can't see me, I'm not here.
No, of course. Because you're...
Grey. Completely... Look! I'm not here, you butthole!
Seems to me like grey probably would be a better camouflage colour than black.
Yeah, apparently the ninjas used to wear like a sort of deep blue. Like the black wasn't sort of...
Well, ninjas just dressed in like peasant outfits.
Where's this taking me? Up, up! Damn it. God damn it.
Man, you're bad at this.
I didn't know where that was... Oh, well, fuck it. That's as alert as that's gonna get. So at least
This
that's
is one of those games where you have to like... Whoops, that was the wrong wire.
Damn it!
This is the game where you basically have to... You can't expect to do the best you possibly can on your very first try. You've got to learn how to do things right. You didn't even check that filing cabinet.
Oh, yeah, I thought I did.
No, you didn't.
Ooh, found $50 that I was keeping in my $50 file.
That's $50 worth of blackmail material.
Okay.
So you could go up to someone and say, "Hey, check this out, $50."
Alright. Nothing interesting. Okay. Alright. Starting to get the feel of it now.
Okay, well...
Up we go.
You only got one alarm left.
Up we go. What was that guy looking at? Aren't I in complete darkness?
Well, he saw you for a brief moment, and that was sort of like a programming limitation, because you were standing in mid-light for a brief moment in the like jump animation, until the game recognized that you were now on the upper floor.
Is that going to be a concern as I play through? Like, do I need to factor that in?
Not really. Because you only caught a glimpse for an instant. What?
What?
I don't think I can get rid of him, really, can I? Like, he's not going to look away.
Well, you could infer that if you had the roll ability, you could pass into that room with the closed door. And since there's a closed door behind him, it's reasonable to assume that that door leads there. And you'd be behind him and in a position to get rid of him, if you were so inclined.
How do I go up the stairs?
The normal way. There's a thin platform.
Alright, so I just have to...
Yes.
Umbrella, I can't walk up the stairs.
No, you can only go up and down through thin platforms.
Okay.
Hello?
The Dunning-Kruger effect in action over here, people.
How is this the Dunning-Kruger effect?
I'm just saying that's what you are.
How?
I'm saying you're the Dunning-Kruger effect in action.
Right, and I'm asking for, like how? Like, I'm just curious as to how you define that.
Because you're thick.
Uh-huh. Oh, no you don't, you sneaky little... Hey.
Right. Now we're in the room with a safe.
Space.
Now we've learned some crafty stuff. So now just return to your start position, because we're not weak sauce like Thief 1, ending the mission the instant you find the thing on the easy difficulty setting.
2, 1, 2... Okay, so...
And you can't open that door presently because you need to upgrade your lockpicking skill. So yeah, this is a mission with all the stuff you can come back to and get a better rating once you've got all the skills. But just to finish the mission, all you need to do is get to the exit now.
Okay, so that's a good thing to know, that some of the bits of the, thing aren't for me at this point.
Yeah. You can see things are a lot lighter in tone than
well, there's no,
the Chzo Mythos.
Evil... Does that come into this at all?
No. This is just fun adventure, swashbuckling, master thief fun times.
I do like these games. Like, jiggle along,
times.
kind of explore.
Really? Because you crap at them?
Well, this one... I mean, I'm having to use tiny little arrow keys, which are not good for my galoot hands.
Oh, it's always excuses.
And, this is the first time I'm playing a game. I mean, believe it or not, sometimes when people sit down and play a game for the first time, they're not immediately great at it.
I don't think you have enough points to buy anything at present.
Oh, okay, there's...
You would have done if you...
235, right. No, I don't. Okay.
You would have done if you'd gotten all the loot in that mission, but you didn't.
What button stops the record, actually?
What?
What?
I wouldn't worry about that.
Okay.
It's one of the function keys.
Oh, good. No,
you need to press function and key for that to work.
Is there any reason for me to look around here, or should I just leave and I go to the next mission?
No, just go to the next mission.
Alright, so I just walk out. Okay.
Now we're going to an art gallery.
One art.
Perota is one of those people who really make this job a pleasure. Turns out he's fastidious enough to account for all his income, even the less than legal bits. He's been skimming off profit he has no claim to for years and laundering it by buying fine art. I could use a few conversation pieces to brighten up the workshop. Yeah, so this is a good old...
I don't think Trilby has conversations with people in his workshop.
This is he talks to himself, because he's so full of himself. Yes, so this is a nice, pure, just meet the loot goal mission, like the second mission of Thief 2. You gotta get 400 $400 worth of art, simple as that.
Okay. There's a safe. There's a bunch of cameras. Those are dicks.
Bit of an arse making a stealth game in AGS. What would have been nice if there could have been like organic like light changing. And there is in a certain very specific, very sort of scripted areas you're in full view, by the way.
Does that... Oh, I do... Does that fucking thing go away, like that writing?
Yeah, you can press enter, like you did in the intro.
Oh.
Yeah, all these light patterns are baked into the background in this game. As you can see, Trilby's reputation is such that when guards call in your presence, they will just stand there terrified, saying, "Please don't zap me, Mr. Trilby, sir." But they're no longer a threat.
Oh, I presume I'm supposed to steal these arts?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Yes, get your hands all over that lovely, chunky art.
Oh, fuck you, I pushed the fucking axe.
Not in time, you didn't. And you just keep buggering up. Let's see if we can make it the hat trick. Okay. There's a camera up there, so watch it. And you're in full light.
Am I? Oh, that looks like shadow, though.
It's where your feet are that matters.
Okay. Poof. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, you smoke bombed out of there. Well, I lost patience with watching you play this.
Yeah, you do it.
Yay! Now you won't be screaming at the screen anymore, viewers.
Oh, Sunshine, you best hope you not fuck up.
So, what that piece of art on the left, do we think?
It looks kind of like an old idol of some description. Although I suppose if it's modern art, it'll be... no more screaming at the screen, I made this game! Yahtzee!
You...
dickhead.
You take your victories where you can, mate.
You know, says the man who leapt on me about pronouncing detritus deritus.
Yeah, that was really, really funny.
Oh, dude, I leave so many of your weird little mispronunciations alone.
Well, let's stop acting like a pair of rivals for the position of Alpha Baboon in the pack. Hi!
Yeah, that's weird to me. Like, just... Oh, so you can stand directly under them?
Yeah. As is usually the case with cameras in games.
Okay.
Rollability sure would be nice.
I didn't say that in the...
But I did design all these missions. Well, I believe so, and I designed them that they were completable even if you had no upgrades at all.
Well, yeah, I mean, the base missions should be completable,
hey, guess who's behind you?
Got hit again.
I don't care.
Huh? Guess that's nothing, man in grey suit. I mean, it's a cheap thing to make fun of, so I'll stop. That's 3.
Yeah, I'm still getting to grips with it.
Oh, but it's so well designed, Yahtzee. I mean, it is. I'm not blaming the game, but it's a tough, you know. These aren't simple things. They're very unforgiving, and especially like I didn't know the foot in light counted. There's a lot to be looking at.
I bet my loot objective. Right, gotta be careful here because there's a dude. What? Oh god. Yeah, he wasn't expecting that.
Gotta be careful. There's a guy. Ah, you're just like literally just in front of him. Surprise!
The other guy I was...
Fucking Trilby!
I was talking about the other guy at the desk. He keeps looking over.
What would be the opposite of cat burglar? Like hippo burglar or something? Like just shows up, just...
Yeah, that guy's like, wasn't there a bunch of art in that room a second ago?
I know, I swear. It's one of those modern installations, Yahtzee. It's just a bunch of podiums that are empty, and we provide the art through our experience.
Now there was a note.
Can't be stolen.
There was a note next to that fridge with a number. I entered the number into this pad over here, and now all the red lasers have turned off.
Ooh.
Yes, there's a number of these like little secret...
Oh, okay, so those...
secret objective things to make things a wee bit easier.
Those little blocks are keypad entry doodads?
Yes.
Okay. And one could maybe plow through, get to those as quickly as possible, and then go back and do, like, that room that was a little complicated, you know? You didn't have to...
Yeah, you could. You could also roll into this infrastructure space and then drop through the thin platform onto the chandelier and do it Mission Impossible style.
Oh, that's cool.
There's a couple of ways we could have done this.
Is it hard?
Oh, cutscene.
Oh.
Trilby's on the run. Looking really smug.
Take me through the process of designing
multiple... I'm a thief. Oops.
Oh.
Someone tripped us up.
Splat. Because I'm interested, like, I find, like, the ability to devise puzzles that have multiple solutions, like, really tricky, like...
Rorschach kidnapped by the police moment.
Give me back my hat. So how do you go about creating a puzzle that has multiple solutions without maybe tripping yourself up or creating something unsolvable? A lot of tests, like, do you run through them yourself?
I use my amazing brain. I don't know, I just do. Right, so this guy's took a picture of our face, and if we...
Was he a cop? I mean, it looked like a cop hat.
No, he was a,
Ooh.
like a agent for some organization who has instructed us to go to their organization within a week, or the photo will be released to the press.
So the next mission is we steal another face.
Well, not quite.
Oh.
Right, now you've got some spending points. Definitely get some roll.
Are these laid out...
Get some better lockpicking ability.
Are these laid out in sort of their order of value in any way, shape, or form?
No, they're all just sort of higgledy-piggledy. Some of them are pretty much useless, if I'm honest.
So it's like the swim stat in...
Well, I guess it depends on your
max swim.
Personal play style. Gee, I hope the record isn't picking up that background noise as much as it feels like it is. This is a good one, actually. It increases the delay between being spotted and an enemy becoming alerted.
That is a good one.
They're
expensive.
That's a very expensive one, as you could tell by the description. It kind of breaks the game. Right.
It's important to have some really expensive game-breaking perks, I think. I mean, it gives sort of a bit of a... You get to run around and be a god.
Now we're going to the Golden Waters Health Resort. It's a urine joke.
Ah, because he's yellow.
So, I'll just summarize Trilby's thinking process here.
Mm-hmm.
The sting that we were a victim of appears to have been carried out on Perota's dime. So if Perota's in on it, we'll just track him down and menace him into giving the photos back.
I see.
So we know where he is. He's at this health resort, so we're going to confront him and steal $500 in loot.
and rob him just a little bit. Just a little some side robbery as well.
Well, you'd be a fool not to. In the Golden Waters Health Resort, there's a lot of pricey shit lying around.
I mean, you know, 2 birds, 1 stone doesn't... You can menace a guy and fill your pockets.
2 birds, 1 stone. The
list... see, I wouldn't have noticed that you could climb up on the,
Well, that's probably because it's really low res. Hi, are you my friend?
Are we buddies now? Oh.
Secret loot. Haha. Someone was hiding valuables in the bog. Right.
Poop treasure.
See if I can remember how to do this. Quickly, pick this lock.
Okay, so the doors that have the little silver bar, they're locked.
Yeah, that's a level 2 door. Level 3 door has another bit of silver decor on the door.
So that's visual clues, that's good. Picked, yeah.
Bam.
And now I'm going to steal your art.
I won't go through to the second...
Sell it to Centrelink to cash converters for $50.
You said Centrelink before. Whoops.
Yeah.
I
got my places poor people go to that start with C mixed up.
Yeah. You just associate Centrelink with all money. Centrelink, that's where I go when I want a burrito in my face.
I don't go to Centrelink at all. I'm a student, so it's just all organised externally.
Oh, hush my mouth. So that was somebody's mink coat, I think. We're just carrying
It kind of looked like a chamber pot.
So then we're just going to carry that in our trouser pocket.
That's interesting. Okay, so...
There's a subtle bit of loot right next to us here. It was a sort of gold plate.
I just presumed that the flowers were also...
Shit! I forgot where the doors lead. Luckily,
is that picture on the wall or anything?
Luckily, we have a generous taser and alarm thingy for this mission.
Alright. Is the stage larger than what's just visible here?
Yes.
Right. Okay, that's explained that then.
Like there's a roll passage into the rest of the attic. Oh, bums. Short bums again. Oh, double bums.
Does roll get over? Oh, I see. Oh, it's a... Yeah, now I get that. That's a object from the ceiling that is creating a low shadow. The shadows had me a bit confused. Yeah. Are the numbered doors? Whoa.
Yeah. No,
so there's no fall damage in this?
Nope. The only thing you need to worry about is being a good thief. Right.
All that parkour training.
Which wire's the right one, I wonder?
It's just random, isn't it?
I think it's fixed in the missions, but it goes back and forth. Bollocks! Right, that turns some lights off. That should make things easier.
What is it you always say about randomness and game design?
Well, in retrospect...
Did you just walk right past that dude and you didn't even notice?
Yeah, it's in full darkness.
Oh, so they don't even if you're in their face, they don't...
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
and the cameras don't either. Alright.
Oh, and here's a lovely safe.
Not so safe now.
Tee-hee. Okay, we need to remember this. Room 2, the resident is absent. That means we can loot that room. Room 4 is Mr. and Mrs. Dominic Perota. That's who we need to talk to.
And room 6 is absent.
And room 6 is absent. So room 2 and 6 we can loot now.
Yep. 2, 6 we go now, and then 4 is the mission.
Yes. We can risk grabbing that piece of luggage by the door, but it's really hard to grab without being spotted.
You don't have a lot of spots left.
Yeah, I won't risk it. Well, we've met the loot goal already.
What happens if you meet the loot goal and you don't visit Perota? Isn't that part of the mission?
Nothing. The mission ends when you visit Perota.
Oh, okay.
But if you haven't met the loot goal, he'll say, I can't go in there yet. I still need to fill me boots. I thought that camera was looking the other way. Stole someone's watch from their pants. Har har.
Jerk. I like how it just goes. I suppose, ostensibly the people here are rich, so you can just steal from their clothes.
Yeah.
What if it was a poor person who won a competition?
I'm gonna loot your ass. Well, they wouldn't have an expensive Rolex then, would they?
Maybe it was part of the winnings.
Right, room 2.
And 6.
Yep.
And 4 is the mission.
Yes. Room...
What happens if you go into an occupied rest? I assume an alarm.
Yeah. You surprise someone and the alarm gets set off. And then you scarpish sharpish. Yeah, I did. I got loot from it. Trilby just goes in and then comes out again with some loot. Right. More
housekeeping!
House stealing!
Stuff taking! Oh shit.
Oh shit. We stumbled upon an intrigue. Gonna keep the heroic pose up though.
Were you reading a lot of Sin City when you made this?
Don't think so. But it is quite Sin City-y, isn't it? I think the stark white on black was the method I was using to describe my shitty art.
It looks good. Like, I'm still not sick of the stark white on black.
Yeah. I quite like the slow fade style of animation as well.
Like a motion comic.
Right. We got 600 reputation points to spend.
Sidle could be pretty useful.
Sidle is pretty useful.
That'd be the one I'd go.
Electrician's pretty good as well, considering I've forgotten what all the correct wires are.
When it says lowers the possibility, what does that actually do in game?
Well, what that does is, if you pick the wrong wire, the game will do like a 50-50 random roll, and if it rolls one way, it'll pass anyway.
Okay.
That's how that works, listeners.
Ta-da!
Programmers. A little bit of programming insight. Can't get level 3 locksmith yet. Yeah, I'll just get Sidle.
Sidle seems like a really valuable one, you know, being able to scooch along.
I don't know if I've pointed this out, but the newspaper headlines relate to the previous mission.
Yeah, no, I saw that.
Okay, just checking. Maybe the listeners didn't. Oh.
Just want to check.
I forgot which one was the save one.
Okay, we're still playing the Trilby made by Artsy and not the one made by Doug. That Doug.
Okay, now we're like the Perota operation was a bust, so now we're just gonna go to the meeting that our blackmailer ordered us to go to, and hope for the best. Come up with a solution on the fly.
Wait. Oh, okay, yes, yeah, I get you now.
Yeah, so we've got no idea what we're up against or what to expect.
I don't like to plan too much when it's a little...
You'll note,
Alright.
You'll note we don't have a loot goal for this mission.
Ooh.
So we could, like, conceivably just...
Put stuff back.
Just hot foot for the exit. But
break in and add things.
There is, however, loot to be had. Oh no, someone killed the lights. It's like that bit in Half-Life.
It's going for a smoke bomb!
Get ready for one of the game's most notoriously obnoxious bits. Yes, we've been imprisoned and strapped to a chair by some mysterious organization.
Trilby's dealt with
They're
a lot of
letting us,
mysterious organizations.
conveniently, for plot purposes, we're being allowed to keep our mask.
I didn't even realize he was wearing a mask. That's right, it's that black thing, isn't it?
He's got that black thing covering his head.
Kind of like the question.
So,
black.
So yes, the company is who we're dealing with. So yes, it's a quick time event. We have to mash buttons, mash buttons. Mash Z, mash Z.
I hate mashing the keyboard. I feel like I'm going to break it.
Now it's mash X. Well, you do have clumsy hands. Yeah, look at me. Back to the green. No, back to Z.
Oh, so this is, Metal Gear Solid.
They're trying to brainwash us into working for them, the company.
Naughty company. So they're like a big organized crime outfit, or government-y?
Here's something we remember from 5 Days a Stranger. Trilby keeps an emergency lockpick on him at all times. In his tie. You'd think they'd take a tie off someone if you're going to imprison them.
Oh, but why would you, Yahtzee? It's just a tie. There's no way anything can be hidden in a tie. We should leave the tie with him.
Well, they usually take your tie away in case you hang yourself, is my point.
No, they probably didn't regard him as a suicide risk. He resisted the brainwashing. He's too powerful.
Yeah, pow!
Ta-da! What's that thing do?
Well, it turned off the horizontal lasers. Okay, that's a level 3 door, so we're going to have to brave the lasers.
Damn you, lasers.
See, that's why...
Can you just walk off the edge of,
I can't remember. Yes, you can.
Ah, there we go.
Boop. But this is where Sidle comes in handy.
Yeah, Sidle was the one I wanted from Go.
You could conceivably get through the whole game doing this, but you wouldn't get a Trilby rank on your time. Yes, because the rank at the end of each mission is D. Actually, it's C, B, A, and then Trilby Hat, which is the S rank, basically.
Good old S rank.
Oh, those cameras are going back and forth fucking fast.
You designed this.
This is
you're in the prison of your own making.
Oh, that was close.
This is peak.
Shit. Oh hey, that doesn't work, does it?
I love you like hiding behind him when the graphics are doing that.
He wasn't behind the desk at all. He's just a torso nailed to a wall.
I am the Shadow Man. I have no essence.
Okay, let's not...
I will phase through you.
I'm not sure what point that camera spots you. Maybe it can't spot me while I'm in this room?
The door, yeah, I was thinking maybe the doorway.
That makes sense, actually. That's probably why the other camera didn't spot us.
You can probably sidle. Sidle.
Hang on. We're stealing intelligence on the company, of course.
Okay.
So that we know who we're dealing with, except we won't, in plot terms.
They're too clever for that.
Yeah, I guess we're just picking up random wallets people left lying around.
Well, it's probably this is normally probably a really safe place to leave your wallet.
In a filing cabinet.
Well, in the company.
Everyone knows a filing cabinet's only good for hiding booze.
Bottle after bottle of cheap corner store whiskey.
This music's by Mark Lovegrove again, incidentally. He was
7-Eleven in Japan has its own brand of whiskey.
Do they?
Yeah. Like Happy Quickie Mart.
Is it cheap rot gut that homeless people would like?
It's
Whoop.
cheap, comparatively not rot gutty.
Okay. Is it like Taco Bell and Demolition Man? 7-Eleven just has a much better reputation in Japan for some reason.
Quite possibly. And they had an interesting array of foods there. Don't get sandwiches in Japan, though.
I won't.
They don't do them right.
I hate Japanese bread. They put so much sugar in it.
Yeah, like that was the one thing that really just stuck with me. Ugh.
So the company's not big on windows in their secret organizational hideout.
I bet they tint a lot of their vehicles, too.
See, that's bad design. This camera can see me past this door. Get it right, younger me.
Time travel, slap yourself.
Fucking random wiring puzzles.
What have we learned about randomness in game design, Yahtzee?
We don't like it.
No, we don't.
But,
is it present in any of your more modern games?
I wasn't a veteran game critic by this point.
I
was still a fresh-faced young game video maker.
You've got...
I think I started making this game before Zero Punctuation began, and then it took quite a long time to get it finished. Because suddenly I had a full-time job.
Things to do, keep you busy.
I could, hold out for more loot, but I can't be asked, frankly.
Yeah, I don't think that's probably the wisest choice at this point. I mean,
Yeah,
you've been discovered a couple of times, maybe...
Because with this mission, if we run out of alarms or tasers, we don't escape the mission.
Go back
for
to
obvious reasons. We just have to do the quick time event again. See on time. I pretty reliably get Trilby rank on at least one thing. Oh hey, this is another feature.
Oh, you got costumes.
So once you get the first costume, this wardrobe appears. And you can wear the Clan Bronwyn Classic. That's where we ditch the blazer like we did in Trilby's notes. And yes, there's 8 in total.
Tell me there's one that's
7.
Catgirl.
7 suits. Well, it's funny you should say that. One of them is like a skin-tight ninja outfit. Oh yes, now we're implicated in murder.
We'll have to clear that up. Had enough of those shenanigans.
Well, we got 500
Cracksman.
we got 500 RP. I might want to hold off until we get level 3 locksmith, though.
Level 3 locksmith does appear to give you an awful lot of easy routes. Like, probably.
Yes, certainly helps. So, we come to, I think, another favourite heist of mine. Again, it's a nice, simple, get the loot objective one.
I think it's good to go back to the sort of, it's a little bit like TV shows. It's good to do a monster of the week in between the big arc episodes. You need a bit of a break.
Because Thief 2 is the best Thief, because Thief 1 didn't quite believe that people would just want to play sneaky, steely stealth all the time. So it threw in a bunch of very actiony missions where there's lots of monsters to kill. But in Thief 2, they were like, wait, nobody liked that shit. So they just made most of the missions just about stealthing an open-ended route through big manor houses and stealing a whole bunch of shit. So and this is, in theme, not dissimilar to a mission from Thief 2 called Life of the Party, where the first part of the mission you have to steal across the rooftops and get a load of random loot from whatever, like, buildings and houses you found with the doors open. This also introduces a new hazard, which is sleeping enemies. If you move at full speed for too long around them, they will wake up.
Oh, yeah, a whole different location.
Shit!
Oh, there's a third wire now. That's tricky. Hey!
See, that turned off a TV. So
what does that do?
It stops casting light.
Ah, okay.
And now the guard isn't constantly looking at it. You're just like, oh, guess the TV's busted. Guess I'll stare at this wall instead.
Now my day is boring again.
Hey.
Hello.
A briefcase. I want it. That's behind you again.
Huh? That can't be someone an inch from my face. Ding.
Now the reason we have to go down that route down the fire escape once we've got the loot goal, but there's a very particular reason I'm going this way first.
We shall discover what that reason is right after these messages.
I'll just hug the wall in this open doorway here.
I mean, I know it's a conceit of pretty much all stealth games, but...
Right.
Huh. What? Huh?
So someone's left a note about how they're going to get the money they need to elope. And it's giving us the door code for the father's bookstore. The door code is split into two, and each half is hidden in a book. The first half is in The Hitchhiker's Guide to C++, and the name of the other book is Behind a Washing Machine.
God damn, this is a fuckabout.
So if we can find, like, the other book, and then look in those two books, we can find the code that will get us some special loot.
Special loot means more reputation, which...
Bollocks.
The little noise they have is funny. Like, oh.
Yeah, that's my voice.
Huh.
Because I couldn't afford no voice actors. Oh, that's level 3. Won't be getting that safe.
Is that a roll hole there?
A roll hole.
Roll hole.
It is indeed a roll, foldy roll.
I'm spotting the roll holes. Whoop.
Vroom, vroom. Now this building is a theatre.
Ah. So we're looking for a washing machine as well.
And there's a spotlight activated. So if we walk in front of it, everyone will go, hey, there's someone up there. So we won't do that.
Is there a way to switch it off?
Funny you should say that.
Where are you? Oh, there you are.
Moss thief. Now, one of these will turn the light off. I think.
I vote green.
You were wrong,
Dicks.
you idiot. Well, I guess since the other one was blue, I'm guessing it's red. Yes, it was. Now that light's turned off down there now.
What's that funny thing? What?
That funny thing?
Yeah, there's, to the left of the light, there's like a...
Yes, there is some loot. Whoops. It turned back on. Yeah, that's a timed...
That was kind of dicky.
That's a timed thing.
Is there any indication that it's timed?
No.
Fantastic.
Yeah, like I said, this game is just about learn the horrible tricks it pulls.
So it's kind of Dead Souls. Failure is a part of the learning process of the game.
Dark Souls.
What did I say?
You said Dead Souls.
Dead Souls, right. Yeah,
That's
Dark
a different
Souls.
thing. That was actually the name of a Yakuza game that was sort of an expansion of Yakuza 4.
Huh.
Because there had to be at least one game called Dead Souls. What's our loot objective again?
Tab?
No, what was our loot objective? I said.
Oh, you mean to find the magic loot?
Yeah. How much loot do we need to get before we have finished the mission?
I can't remember.
Course
Doesn't tabs tell you it?
No.
Huh.
Although in retrospect, perhaps it should.
Yeah. Well,
Boing. Now there's a note pertaining to this elsewhere, but I can't be bothered going to look at it.
okay.
Someone left some blackmail money on the roof.
Because that did look like perhaps a chimney. Was
Hello?
that part of the design? Was to trick people into thinking it was a chimney?
No.
Okay.
And there's the bookshop on the left.
Hmm.
With the door.
There's the washing
computer
machine.
that requires a code and a safe behind the door.
Huh.
And yes, there's the washing machine. There's the washer.
You have to get past sleepy people to get to the washing machine.
Boing. Well, it depends what route we take.
Yeah, that's right. You can't see me. I'm sidling.
I'm just gonna check all these. Oh, we found a gold leaf original print edition of The Amateur Cracksman, which
Yoink.
was a book by E.W. Hornung about the gentleman thief Raffles.
Oh, so it's an actual book.
Yeah, which is why Trilby likes it so much.
Oh, there we go. You can look that up. People get some classic thieving literature into you.
He was a sort of like an answer to Sherlock Holmes, A.J. Raffles. He had the same sort of mind as Sherlock Holmes, but he used it for theft.
Okay.
Sort of like Arsène Lupin, the French literary figure.
Wasn't he made into several animes?
Well, that's Lupin the Third.
I thought that was
He
based.
was like, he was like the
based on.
he was like the grandson of the French Arsène Lupin.
Oh, that's right. That was in canon for it, wasn't it?
Oh, ah,
That is you.
that was close.
That.
Whew.
How come he didn't just panic?
Here we are, the Hitchhiker's Guide to C++. 86.
Alrighty.
So that's the first part of the code, I think.
Ooh.
Okay.
Gonna have to cut that wire. But you can't stand up without rolling. There we go.
Well, the other two are red and blue. Hey! The system works. So just 100 pineapple recipes. That's the cookery section.
So 86100.
Oh, I could have just come this way.
Oh well. We had fun. We saw some books.
I don't.
We learned some things.
There's no alarms left. I don't want to risk trying to get that safe. Well, I think it is.
Well,
I think it is full darkness on the far right there. I'm gonna
chance it.
There we go. That's the big goal.
Close.
Of course, the hard part is
Getting out.
getting up again.
Where's that door go?
Nowhere.
Special.
It's there for like continuity, and nothing else.
Whew!
Man, I wish his.
I'm just sprinting. Alright.
I wish his jump animation was a bit slower.
So you can just walk past, you can just run past those sleeping guys.
Yeah.
Alright.
As long as they don't see you. As long as you're out of the room before they see you, then it won't count.
Righty-o. Computer?
Actually, I'm going to open this level 2 door.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it gives you reps.
More secret loot. And another secret loot. We found,
Rich people fridges.
yeah, caviar and wine. Yeah, this is the blackmail note. I left your money in a bag on the roof. May you use it to buy a venereal disease that rots off your undercarriage. I guess that's not a very American turn of phrase. And this is supposed to be set in America.
Oh, is it? I thought it was in the UK.
No, we're in Chappelle.
Aren't we getting the
Bollocks! Sit! Bollocks! Shit! Oh well.
We'll just have to speed run this fucker. Show him how it's done. Zoom, zoom, zoom!
I have to do all that shit with the books as well, because
they're change?
Yeah, they're randomized.
Oh, figgy pudding. You're going the wrong way for it anyway.
Yeah, I'll just...
Do those X's mean something? Like if you get 3 of them, does your little doodad break?
Well, we did it earlier. Are you paying any attention at all?
I thought we only got 2.
Made an alarm.
Does something happen?
Yes, it makes an alarm go off.
Right.
And shitty bollocks death hell on toast. At least now we know what all the wires are.
Oh, just so those aren't randomized, they stay the same.
Yeah, the wires stay the same.
Oh, that's good.
Bollocks, shit, death, crikey bastards. Was this blue or green?
I think blue, because I guessed green first and you yelled at me. Da-na-na-na!
Da-na-na-na.
Yeah, Yahtzee, the clumsy juggernaut. I'm stealing your shit, brah!
It has been a while since I've been through this game.
It's a little unforgiving. Like, I don't think that's a bad thing by any stretch of the imagination. I think it's one of the,
yes,
the positive factors of the game.
It
but
does have a reputation for difficulty.
Yeah, it is. Huh?
What? Right.
The little what's make me giggle.
First book
you can't go through there.
First book is the pineapple recipes one.
Is the pineapple recipes one the one behind the...
It's the one in cookery.
Yeah.
Pew. Pew. I don't like you.
Just fuck you in particular. I think this was red.
It was.
This was a timed puzzle, remember?
Oh, yeah. Well, we don't have that guard messing us up this time.
Working together, we almost make one functional person. Run, there we go!
Ha. Got it.
Champion.
Got the apparently valuable prop.
Yeah, I'm actually like, what was that when you drew it?
Well,
Randy!
Here's the note. It's the Star of Beauty and it's got real diamonds on it. No, Randy was not a statement of how the person was feeling when they left it.
I wonder what the next memo to the props department's going to be.
Yes.
Do not use real diamonds.
Yes. Well, you know, I guess they wanted something to sell the play with. Like, hey, come and see some real diamonds, you plebs.
It's the only time you'll ever witness something so magical in your pointless little lives. Can you roll past dudes? Like just...
Yeah, you can do anything past dudes as long as you're not visible. They won't see you.
They look like Hitler Youth.
Hmm. And apparently, every stronghold in Chapow City uses the same security guard agency. It uses the same uniform.
If I was the police, this is the first thing I'd be checking. Like, all these places keep getting robbed. All of them have the same security companies.
Now, Trilby's
inside job.
Trilby always takes the credit for his heists. That's why he leaves the little calling cards with the Trilby symbol on.
Okay.
Because he's that kind of thief. He's a theatrical thief, like the Joker.
Just wants the attention his father never gave him.
Well, how I squared this in my internal canon.
Okay. Ooh.
Is that Trilby understands the importance of reputation. What he's doing with the iconic look and reputation and calling cards is basically social engineering. So that's why guards are terrified of him, because he's got a reputation.
I suppose it'd make it easier for him to get commissions.
Shit! This was the green one.
Yes, I didn't say anything because I thought you knew.
Yes.
Does he do commissions? Is there like a kind of a hitman-y thing where it's like, I need something stolen,
No, he's on a crusade.
Oh, okay.
He's on a crusade against the idle rich.
Does that tell us what the thing?
Yeah, it was the other book.
Well, yeah, but it didn't have a number.
Well, no, it told you what the title of the book was. And from that we infer which shelf it is, because the shelves are all arranged by genre.
And they don't change?
No.
Okay.
I think this was computing.
What did that say? I didn't see it.
It said 0.
Oh, okay.
What were the first 2 digits?
93.
Bam! Yes. Mess up your elopement plans.
Yeah, we're destroying someone's life with that one.
Well,
Martha, we can no longer elope.
well, they were idle rich. They were probably just, you know, stupid teenagers.
Yeah, it's
Mother
like
doesn't
Nicole Richie
understand
and whoever
me.
she's porking at the moment.
Father never understood me. All he ever did was buy me everything I wanted. What kind of father does that?
Drowning in material wealth.
Boing.
So you've got the...
Boing. Sorry, carry on. I was just boinging away.
No, I enjoy boinging. It's a fun word, boing. Oh,
Oh, I keep falling for that one.
he's a tricky dick.
Do
Do they reactivate after a period of time?
Oh, hey, we remember her.
It's the dame.
And here's some legs. Oh, it's just Trilby falling from above. Oops, Trilby's sodding off.
Stop!
I'm intrigued and wish to know more.
Thought he was gonna scarper.
So now now this is the first time we ever see Trilby interacting with someone. And he will be a complete dick.
Holy Jesus, is that woman from Easter Island?
So this is Mrs. Perota. No, she just has a fine aquiline snout.
You belong to us. You will be like us.
Yeah, so Elizabeth is feeling a bit victimized by the company as well. Trilby don't care.
You're not a shiny object I can steal.
I think Elizabeth Perota is a bit closer to us, or Trilby is a small man.
Does he have a fence, Trilby? Like, does Trilby have a relationship in your little mind canon? Does he? I presume he has to. I mean, it's not like he can just go to the corner store with some stolen diamonds.
Yes, he has fences, but he doesn't treat them with respect. Because,
But they stick with him because he's just so damn good at his job.
and he's so damn profitable. He steals so much shit. So the company have a secret research facility where they're developing something called the XJ unit. Elizabeth doesn't know what it does. We will never find out what it does. It is essentially a classic Hitchcockian MacGuffin.
Oh, okay.
All we have to do is steal it, and the company will do anything we ask to get it back.
Had you ever any ideas of what the XJ unit was in your own head? Like, did it possibly develop in any further?
No, it was just a MacGuffin always. It was
Okey-dokey.
just a thing you stole.
It's a new machine that grants one the power to add plot devices to the real world. Can't be in anybody's hands.
So Trilby wonders aloud if this is a trap, and Perota flatters his ego, saying that surely he would be able to tell.
You can't flatter my ego. I'm gonna do it anyway because of my ego, but that's got nothing to do with you.
And Trilby's done the Batman thing. The Batman asshole way of ending conversations.
Smoke bomb. Butt sex.
Oh, they just sort of faded away there. I guess
Is that one of his powers?
No, he just sort of walked off into the shadows.
Oh, okay. So it's a fancy way of saying he just turned around and left.
Yeah. Bye!
I'm going now.
Do you want to lift home? No, I'm good.
Trot, trot, trot. Gets on the bus. Doesn't even get on the bus. Like, checks the stop, pulls out his, watch, looks at it, sighs,
Or they both start walking off in the same direction. Oh, are you going
it's
this
weird
way
and
too?
awkward, yeah.
Yeah, I just live up here, actually. Okay, well, see you later. Yep. Speed walk.
10 whole awkward steps of working out if you're going to start small talk or not.
You know, perhaps we should exchange numbers. Bye! Trilby don't exchange numbers with no man.
Oh, woman.
Next thing you know, he might start feeling a sexual response. He ain't got no time for sex. He's got things to steal.
Yeah. He picked the lock on his nuts.
Yeah, should probably have...
149.
should probably gone to the upgrade shop, but I couldn't be
Oh, is there a way to get back to it now? Like, can you just walk back?
asked. There we go.
Ah.
Abort heist.
There we go, yeah.
So, right, we'll just take the long drive back.
God fucking damn it.
Level 3 locksmith. Thank you.
Okay, good.
I might get Sugar Rush, actually.
That could be, yeah. Because you have a sort of aggressive stealth. You just kind of sprint through people.
Meow.
How long does that last?
That long.
Okay, alright. That's a pretty good... Like, you can get a lot done there.
Yeah. I never really used it much back when I was really familiar with the game. But maybe I need it now. Right.
Something for the speedrunners to consider.
So we can only do that once per mission. We just like neck a Red Bull. Damn it.
You're not going to go up and look at the stuff upstairs first?
I will. So you can't really tell at this resolution from our perspective, but there's graffiti on the wall of the basement that says equals ?
Alright.
So we have 148.
148.
50. And 177. What is all those three added up?
148 and 50 is 198.
198.
55, I think.
198 plus 177.
365. Or 75.
Okay, I'm pretty sure it's 375.
Yeah.
Because if you're adding 198, all you need to do is add 200 and then take off 2.
Alright. See, I do it the slow way. Ooh! Reveal!
Oh, hey, a secret company lab.
How do you know it's a oh.
Just steal some classified tech. Oh, this
No. You can probably get through all that relatively easily anyway. Is duck? Oh, you got the roll.
I got the roll. I got the power.
Tumble.
Yes. Please post to my Tumblr. Now this is tricky because there's no shadows here at all.
There is not. It's like fucking coals.
You just have to very quickly sneak past people. You saw nothing.
I'm not here.
Shit.
Past it.
Da, 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 da.
Sounds kind of Inspector Gadgety.
Yes.
No. Inspect my gadget.
You took that a different direction. Hey!
Fucking luck of the Yahtzee.
And I stole their energy generating system.
Alright, now we got some shadow to play in.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid energy. Okay, what else is going on down here? Okay, so there's a safe downstairs. Is that little whitey cube thing in the second level from the bottom on the right, is that a thing? Oh, shut up, camera.
What thing am I looking at?
Okay, on the floor you're on, to the far right, under the light, there's like a box.
Oh, yes.
So that does contain something.
No.
Okay. Maybe go up and roll, and then you can... Roll might actually be a really good way of getting past those cameras, because it's just so nice and quick.
Yeah, you kind of have to pause a bit at the end there.
Okay, so there's recovery frames. That's no good. Tumble! Yeah.
God knows why there's light spilling through from there. Because all the lights are turned off.
It's magic light. It's the new light power system.
Shit!
Oh.
That was almost perfect.
So it doesn't... so it doesn't stop time.
Right.
I thought
There's the Chzo move unit in the bottom left there.
Wum.
Now we've got level 3 locksmith.
Ooh. Is there a limit to how many times you can do that one? I noticed there's no X's show up like with the...
No, you just lose...
Just jab away.
You just lose time, really.
People can see you.
How many alarms we got left? 2. Might as well risk some wire cutting. Oh, it's just the 2.
Hey.
Nice! That's made the lasers blink.
That's... Yeah.
I'll just sacrifice my time score a bit here.
That wasn't the most helpful. Like, did that do anything else? I suppose it's made the lower ones kind of shut off in a more reliable way.
Yeah.
That's sort of useful. Gonna steal your science.
Ha 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 ha.
Don't know what it's for. Gonna smush it at my iPhone. But for the best. The iPhones wouldn't have existed back in 1991.
I've long thought
Apple
of making
was barely anything.
I've long thought of making a sequel to Art of Theft because I think it holds up in a lot of ways and not in a lot of other ways.
Well, I think the ways it doesn't hold up in are things that, you know, just matters of the experience you've got now would easily cover for.
Oh yes, and the way I imagine it is a bit more of a focus on like fast gameplay with a more advanced grolly system where you can leap around, like in Gunpoint maybe. And the drive for that would be like this mission where Trilby stole a whole load of classified technology and then like repurposed it into thieving tools. Still, maybe I'll have something to think about in the future now that Consuming Shadow's out.
I mean, I really enjoyed, you know, the sort of modern things that are similar to this, like Mark of the Ninja, and what was that other game that Mark of the Ninja people made?
The Shank?
Alright, not that one then. I'm thinking of something different. But Mark of the Ninja, I think, is a good example of it.
Yeah.
Kind of.
And Gunpoint is the game people often bring up in reference to this game.
Is that on Steam? I don't think I've played
Yeah.
Gunpoint.
In fact, I'm pretty sure this did inspire Gunpoint, because Gunpoint was designed by Tom Francis, the former PC Gamer journalist, and he once interviewed me. And in the interview, he mentioned this game.
Conspiracies!
So he definitely played this game. Well, in fairness, he made a much better game.
I haven't played Gunpoint.
Look at
have
me.
a look at that. My motherboard's repaired. Well, I have a new motherboard.
I was going to say, look at me, I'm a master thief, but then I realised I should have said, don't look at me, I'm a master thief.
Look over there! I'm a master thief!
Well, hey, speed! Getting the fuck out of Dodge.
I'm Trilby Hatson, and I'm the fastest man on Earth.
Well, I am when I've had my Red Bull.
You should re-release this with loads of, like, branding.
I'm not
The
sure.
Red Bull people will pay you a bunch.
I'm not sure if you can sidle through these. I wouldn't think so.
No, I'm willing to bet that the fact that there's a little line on the other side means it's
Yeah, that
a
goes
sidle-proof
It
system.
goes all the way across. Damn it, they know our weaknesses.
Hmm.
Right,
They've worked
well,
out sidling.
That was a day. B for time. Oh, I got the full loot.
Hat for loot.
I didn't think I'd got full loot, but I did.
Hat for loot.
I think we're averaging at least one hat per mission.
Usually tasers. You don't tase an awful lot.
Well,
You just gallop past them.
Because I'm great. Right, we got 700. What do we want? Lower standards. Electrician.
Electrician? No, you don't have. Oh, no, it's 500. Yeah, I'd probably go maybe electrician. You said you do use the boxes an awful lot, and
I'd like to show off some of these, but I guess we'll eventually have the
cha-ching.
RP for it. Right.
How many levels are there? How many heists?
This is the last one, actually. It's quite a short game.
Wow, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay, this is halfway through.
But there's like a special extra mission after this, which is basically just all the other heists back to back. So now we're going back to the company headquarters, but now we're doing it sneaky style.
Yeah.
We're going to steal whatever information they have on us.
And then vanish into the night.
Yeah.
With the thingamajig of power.
There's no loot goal, but as always, there is loot.
First. Figure that's more RP, so you can upgrade yourself and get better stats. And do you get anything for full hatting the entire game?
Yeah.
Oh wow, cool.
You get a bonus costume.
Ooh, is that the cat suit?
No.
Are you
I think you get the cat suit for.
Meow.
I think you get the cat suit for A ranking the whole game, or getting an average of an A rank.
Huh.
Yeah, this is the hint. The underground base only be opened by pushing the third brick to the left of the second outlet pipe.
Second from what direction?
Well, there's only two.
Yeah, but You know, if I'm counting from the right,
well,
or I'm counting from the left.
Well, I guess since we are an English-speaking country, we're counting from the left.
Okie dokie.
Because we read from the left in the fine tradition of the English language.
Unlike the filthy. Did you just get 2 in a row?
Yeah, that was on me.
Larry!
Here's a funny joke note.
Yes, I'm really glad somebody in a game ever pointed that out. It does completely defeat the point. Maureen, you're a fucking sharp tack.
I wonder if it's worth starting this mission again, because we lost 2 right at the start, and there's plenty of mission to go.
I say brave it.
No, I'm going to abort it and start again.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
this time you're not going to cuddle a laser.
That's how much I listen to Gabriel. Never. Hi, camera.
I'm not here. You green-eyed bastard. Ooh.
Yep. Path. Papa.
Will the brick have changed?
No.
Ah.
But I still want the loot that's up there. Shit! Can't get over to him. Oh well. We'll take that.
Okay, zap him. Suppose you don't need to, but I just like the idea of punishing him.
No. I don't want to lose an alarm and a taser. That would just be reckless.
You are a man with much wreck. Surprise drop. Oh, now we're gonna fight the lizard.
Alright, we'll just be very careful. Right.
Alright. So that's...
So we need to find... When we get to the end of this mission, we'll discover a code log, so we need to find notes pertaining to codes.
Okay.
Whip, 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 whip. I don't think this camera can see us now.
Those cameras are unforgiving.
Okay, that guy in that cell is not a real guard.
Huh?
But he's got an alarm anyway. And there's an escape tunnel leading from one of the cells, you might notice.
Is it the toilet or the message?
Yeah, I think this is one of the few points of the game where we actually have to cut a wire. And by chance we picked the right one. Unless there's 2 correct ones.
Good guess, Croshaw.
Or the electrician power paid off.
I think the electrician power is a good one to have. Does that guy notice you at all if you go near him?
No, there's a door between him. If we'd cut the wrong wire... I remember now. If we cut the wrong wire, his door would have opened. Okay, 6. Remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Now I guess we're gonna...
Maybe it doesn't do anything once you've cut the correct one.
Well, bugger. Kinda wanted to go down that tunnel.
Who designed this?
Some twat. Shit. Well, the good news is from a certain point on in this mission, alarms stop being a problem.
I really hope we get to that point soon.
I do too. Shit. Shit.
Oh, come on, steady hands. Wow, that guy can see you from fucking space.
Wait a minute. There's got to be a way to open those doors. Because...
Oh, don't look at me.
maybe the electrician power we had screwing things up a bit. It's producing a good result even though we want a bad one. Huh. If you see what I mean.
Maybe if you just keep digging at it, it'll...
Yeah, probably. But it's kind of a moot point now. I'm down here.
Not going for the briefcase?
Nah. Can't be arsed.
Fair response.
Oh, God.
Tase him. Hide. Yeah!
Right, remember that as well.
6-4.
Good boy. And they called you the Dunning-Kruger effect in action.
Still don't think that's the appropriate time to use in that situation.
Okay, the last digit is
644.
644. Right, something a bit different now. We have to be, we have to make sure there's something between us and the laser as it passes by.
Okay.
Master thief, master thief.
There you
also,
go.
master of hide and seek.
Trilby was as a child. Trilby was once believed missing for 6 months.
They never said we stopped playing.
The game's not over. The game is not over.
No, I was in Cub Scouts. We used to play a game where everyone would have to lie on the ground and remain perfectly still. And if any of us were caught, like, making the slightest movement or noise or anything at all, then we were out. And a common trick they used to play was to say, right, game's over, everyone up. And most people would fall for that, but I didn't.
Yahtzee stayed silently on the ground for hours and hours.
To the point that
Roll.
I'd often have to be physically picked up to show that the game was actually over.
644.
That wasn't it.
That was not it. You put 666.
There we go. Right, we're in the records facility.
Ooh.
So we need to look up T for Trilby.
Okay.
And a couple of other things while we're here.
Well, there's a little sneaky passageway down to the right of this dude, so... What other things do we need to look up?
Well, we'll
XJ or...
Well, we'll establish that once we get the Trilby file.
Oh, okay. That seems relatively cut and dry to get down there.
Yeah, there's a tricky ass room beyond that, though.
Ass rooms are always the trickiest.
I think I'm gonna want to taser that guy.
Yeah, that...
Or tase that guy, rather. That's the verb, isn't it?
It's hard, because taser's a weird one. It's an acronym that's been bought by a company, so it's also a proper noun. So how you verb it, there is actually, like, some debate around.
Action stealth. Waiting for a chance.
Trilby, the art of patience.
Mm.
That's what the sequel should be called.
Actually, the sequel was always going to be called The Joy of Theft. Yes, come over this way, Mr. Guard.
Fizz. Collapse.
Okay, I'm going to
Go for the roll.
roll through that. Here we are, Trilby. Yeah, here's the twist. The photos were useless all along. They were bluffing. And we called it. Well, we didn't. Came all this way.
and we called it. I mean, completely felt for it. I always get those two mixed up.
But there's a cross-reference in Elizabeth Perota's file. So we better pick that up while we're here as well.
That under E or P? Okay.
Nothing for Perota.
Oh, that solves that.
Yeah, because that would be way too easy, wouldn't it? It's right next to you.
Where's that door to? Oh, right. Yeah, you don't need to go there.
To the other door. Now, this will be tricky, trying to climb back up with that camera there.
Because the climb animation is slow. I think you can make it if you just brute it. Because I don't think you're going to really be able to get over and...
I think, actually, I'm going to take the door route.
Yeah.
Although it is locked. Shit, shit.
Oh, mercy.
Well, luckily we had an alarm left.
You don't have any more.
No, we don't. Look, hopefully there won't be a problem once we're out of this room.
Maybe tase that dude.
I think I will. Tee-hee. I'm the worst sneak.
Surprise! Cat burglar! What? Bizarre!
Surprise, motherfucker.
Pretty much.
Excuse me, sir, I think there was a break-in. What?
What was her name?
Hey, does this feel like 4,000 volts to you?
Settle a bet. My friend says this is 3,000. I say it's 4. What was Perota's first name? Drumstick?
Elizabeth.
Hildegard.
Drumstick? Okay. Where did that come from?
Roller derby.
Are you hungry? You fat bastard.
I'm a little... I could eat.
Okay, I got what we came for. Not quite, though. C for company. Yes. An enlightening read.
They keep files on themselves. They're so thorough.
Well, yeah.
So are we... Do we have to get back out the way we came in now?
Yes.
Ew.
Do. See ya.
I do like that animation.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, all the shit's off.
Hey, I guess they're just gonna let us go nice and easy then.
Oh, good.
Dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum. Hey!
Oh, bugger.
This is supposed to be the guy who took our picture earlier. You can tell, because he's a silhouette.
It's the Technodrome!
Yeah, it's the Technodrome.
Why are we fighting the Technodrome? Tell me now it turns into a weird arcade shooter. Just Trilby's, like, it's like a Galaga or something.
Now
shooting with his taser umbrella.
Now we have to avoid a bunch of shit.
Yeah, okay.
Right. So you want to avoid those, whoops.
That looked like it hurt you anyway.
So you've got a health score in the lower left. Now, can you see the Battlesphere's weak point?
That thing up the top?
Yes.
The exposed wires?
Yeah, so the two yellow things hurt you if there's not something between you and them.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing...
That's pretty self-explanatory.
Okay, we're gonna zap that shit.
And you're not concerned about tasing too much now?
Well, no, because we're not tasing people, we're tasing lasers.
That seems to hurt you even when you're ducking behind things.
Yeah, I think you have to wall hug to avoid getting hurt by that.
Can you tase the box?
Shit.
Oh, that stings. Have you got your, beverage?
Yes I do.
It might be a good time for beverage.
What do you think?
I think.
Ooh.
Oh, you're safe that time, so yeah, wall hug. Chum chum! I will destroy you!
Oh. Ow. Okay, I think this is the last one.
Welcome to the Technodrome that will absolutely kill anyone kind of, unless they're wandering around it. Then I'm fucked.
Well, we're zapping exposed wires, and this was a prototype.
No, I've killed you all, me smart.
Well, we're still right next to the exploding thing.
I will sort that out. We'll Trilby our way out of here.
Right, better Scarpa then.
Time's a wasting.
Unfortunately, we already used our sugar rush.
Shit. I did not know that there was an escape portion to this.
Oh, hey.
Shit.
Now,
Yoink,
now
shit.
that's smooth, motherfucker. That's Trilby smooth.
It's like butter, but you can eat it every day. It spreads cold.
If memory serves, there's a very mean trick played at the end of this. See, when the company were evacuating, they locked the door behind them. Shit. Well, crisis over, I guess.
Ta-da!
Bam! I guess it exploded 20 seconds early just to be a dick. I'm bored now. 3, 2, 1, bang.
Well, you got out. Off it goes.
It was like the bomb from Dark Star. And now a
Let there be
meeting
light.
with our partner in crime.
Stoneface.
Well, she gave us a file, that's it. So she didn't know we were, going to the company headquarters. She just knew we was taking the XJ unit. And we're confronting her with her files, like the smooth, criminal, sexless motherfucker we are.
Smooth-groined. There's just nothing there.
I think Elizabeth set out on this partnership with the intention of perhaps seducing Trilby to secure his loyalty, but kind of gave up on that plan once she'd actually met him.
Took one look at him. I'll seduce him and... you know what, I think we'll try something else.
So, yes, it turns out Perota murdered her husband and was assigned by the company to recapture Trilby. But she's claiming that she genuinely does want out, and the XJ is her opportunity.
The silhouette there makes it look like one of those
Do we believe
women that live in the crazy, like, Mormon subgroup compounds, you know? Where they wear those old-fashioned dresses and all have, like, weird butthead hairdos.
She's wearing a trench coat.
Kind of like a kimono.
Trilby's point is that Perota must have known the photos
I am,
were
after
useless,
all, a gentleman.
and therefore we were used.
You can tell by my Trilby.
So we left the XJ unit somewhere for her to pick up. Look through there and don't knock it, because it took me ages to angle it properly.
God fucking damn it. While she's looking, he kicks her in the bum and runs away, giggling.
Tee-hee. Yeah, we tied the XJ unit to a flagpole on the side of a tall building. Har, har, har.
Spider-Man your way up there with your lady fluids. I know how you creatures work.
And we did our asshole Batman thing again. Well, we probably won't get a good average score for this game. Yeah, we bollocks that one up.
You got no hat. You were hatless.
Yeah, I'm bareheaded.
Getting a sunburnt noggin.
I guess we'll get a B for this. Or not. We got the petty criminal.
Glorified purse snatcher.
Yeah.
So is that some kind of secret mission now?
Well, it's hardly a secret.
No.
And yes, we get a little outro text, which varies depending on what our final rank was. I mean, if we got like a final Trilby rank, he would have been, yeah, I'm the best motherfucker. But since we got the lowest possible rank...
I actually really like that, where things like that affect the sort of ending fluff text. You know, I hate getting like a good rank and the ending's just exactly the same. It drives me nuts. It's like getting all the gold sculpturally.
And there's a little hint at some backstory there that never gets explored in any Trilby game.
After the unpleasant business with my father.
Yeah, I never really decided what that was. I just thought I'd throw that in as a bit of intrigue.
Character!
Make it up for yourself.
Punch.
Maybe his dad turned out to be a transvestite hooker. And that's why he had to run away to America. Yes, that's the second of two occasions in which we see Trilby's face, unmasked. So we only got the Lazy Sunday suit.
Yeah.
And this is for like challenge players because it makes
it's super visible.
It makes you more visible. It's not like a grey suit.
It does stand out, especially with the mask.
Yeah. So with the Lazy Sunday suit on, we're only invisible when wall hugging in zero light. And that makes things
hard, man.
It makes things bloody hard. Just who is Trilby? Interrobang. Yes, why does he keep stealing all our shit?
Maybe Forgetful would be good, if you can afford
okay,
that.
I wanted to show off Gecko Hold.
Okay.
Because that actually has a different animation in it.
Spider-Man!
Oh yeah, Spider Hold is like Gecko Hold, but you can stick there indefinitely. And Flit, which is a sort of acquired...
I missed the description, wasn't it?
Flit is a sort of acquired taste. I don't remember how to do it now.
Oh.
There it is. Like if you suddenly walked out and get noticed, you can...
Akuma teleport.
You can quickly zip back and instantly wall hug.
I don't know, that looks pretty useful considering the way the guards react. Like, they go, huh? And then you're just behind. Because you're pretty much flitting as it is, just
Use nothing.
with your feet.
It's a little bit tricky. You have to press X while you're in the process of turning around.
That seems a tad fiddly.
Well, I like.
So you have to catch the rotating animation.
I like there to be a certain amount of skill necessary
for
the special techniques. You know? like a brawler.
I think Flit particularly probably deserves some kind of execution barrier.
Gecko
Spider Hold.
Yeah, this makes us totally invisible in all light, but it doesn't last. If we had Spider Hold, we could stay there forever.
Alright, let's take our white suit out and upper body strength and teleporting.
Challenge of a Master Thief. All heists without a break, and for the whole shebang we only get 6 tasers and 6 alarms. Sorry, 7 tasers and 7 alarms. For the whole shebang.
And you're gonna do this in the everybody look at me suit?
Yeah. I will fail, definitely.
Yeah.
Whoops. Oh, you used flit straight away there. There.
Yeah, I think you need to be using flit.
Hey, what you reading?
Hello. Do you like my suit? Does it go with my mask?
Do you like my broad Jim Carrey in the mask hat?
His name is Cuban Pete. It's the king of the rumba beat.
With my maracas I go chick chicky boom, chick chicky boom.
Chick chicky boom.
I love those. I love that scene. I personally think The Mask is one of Jim Carrey's funniest films.
I agree.
He's good when he's in a role that can actually justify him going off on one.
That was a good year for Jim Carrey. That was Dumb and Dumber, The Mask, and Ace Ventura.
Yeah, he was a hot potato.
I was like
that cat
9 or 10 when those came. That was a big year for a 10-year-old.
That cat was a hot potato, Daddy-o.
Yeah.
Zap.
Excellent.
Zap. Try that again. Now we can open these sealed doors.
Oh yeah.
Hooray.
Now we get to see new stuff. New content.
Well,
got the shakes.
New content in the sense of new sentence added to the text.
Haha.
Do you understand that reference?
Yes, Jimmy Hoffa was the union leader who gets brought up constantly in anything to do with unions or organized crime.
He's also a notorious missing persons case.
Yes, he's reputed to be buried under one of the U.S. sports stadiums, so hence the joke in The Simpsons.
Didn't they look that up in MythBusters?
Probably. Again, I think that's. I don't think that's really where he is.
They did a geological survey of. I think we can piss off now. They did a survey, a radar survey of the sports stadium, and found jack shit. So yeah, his whereabouts remain a mystery. He could still be alive somewhere. Who knows?
Put him through a goddamn grinder and poured him into a river.
Meow. Bye. Oops, straight to the next one.
Haha. There's a camera.
Hey, I walked under you.
You bucket of dicks. Oh, now you can do the drop down.
Yes. I'm gonna go up here first and turn off the lasers. Nah.
Okay, you have a finite amount of those. I think you're spending some of those tasers a little early.
I'm gonna tase you. Oops, don't know yet, do we?
No. Steal the statues.
There's a guy there. He would have seen me.
Peekaboo. You fucking brown shirt.
You know what? I don't think we actually need to get the necessary loot in this mission. No. Piss. Let it go to alarms.
Fuck it.
I don't think I'm going to pass the challenge of the Master Thief. 5, 3, 1.
Not in that fucking outfit, Lord no.
No.
Are there outfits that make you harder to see?
Yes, that's what the skin-tight ninja suit does.
Hmm.
So you can just cheese the game in that if you really want to. I wonder if I could make this game in a procedurally generated way, like Consuming Shadow. Because that's what I've been thinking of since Consuming Shadow's been finished. What else I can do with proc gen? Because I find myself intrigued by it as a concept.
I mean, I suppose
as a creative.
If you had some rules so the game didn't kind of block itself, it'd be fine.
Actually, there's got to be a loot objective, because otherwise I could just fucking immediately leave.
It's probably all of them. You probably need to get everything. Because it hasn't... Has it said something? I don't think it said anything yet.
Don't mind me, Mr. Scaredy Man.
I'm frightened. I'm going to wee-wee.
Might have said something, I wasn't paying attention. Oh, shit.
Fuck!
Wasn't ready. That's the sort of fun to be had in the cream suit.
Cream suit can suck a load,
It can suck on some cream.
Toilet treasures.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you somehow saw nothing. I flit like a candlelight shadow.
Is that a whole person in a fucking garish cream suit? No. No, it is not.
No, it's me, Trilby. I'm the best
me!
I'm the best there is at what I do. What I do is blunder into success. What? Oh, bugger,
There's another alarm.
Bugger, bollocks,
There's
bloody booby, shit, damn, fuck.
Art of theft.
Art of swearing. Cunty, bollock, minge, flap, Smithson.
Gash.
What?
Smithson?
Yes. I couldn't think of a swear word that had the right assonance and arrangement of syllables.
Zoom! Did that see you when you were dropping down?
I guess it did.
That's a hot bucket of jerks.
That's how shittily programmed this game is. A lot of this is like hard-coded and baked in. It's a very inelegantly programmed game because it was made in AGS.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're producing these things in systems not designed for it. That's why I'm just genuinely impressed with this and the other ones you did in fucking Adventure Game Studio. Just boop, 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 there.
Forgot I was wearing the cream suit.
Yeah, that thing is not helping. I don't think you're going to be able to crack that safe.
I won't be able to crack the safe. But we're not here to crack safes, we're here to confront Perotas. Room 5 this time.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's always room 2 and 6 that are absent.
Maybe roll. Alright. Oop.
Almost got away with it.
It's perilously close to being useful.
Right. This way. Hi. Are we friends? Bollocks.
Oh God.
Bugger, twat, sandwich, lurgy, filament.
Filament? Lurgy, filament.
Filament, spunkorama. Now. Blah-de-blah-de-blah.
So bright. Now, protect your brain.
Yeah.
Getting to your brain.
You know what? I don't think I will.
Yeah, get brainwashed.
Yeah. Look how skeleton-y I am. Now I just went home. Yeah.
Gonna brainwash you and send you home. You'll be activated at a future date.
Well, that was
Well, the cream suit makes that bullshit hard.
Well, yes. Well, I guess that was Trilby the Art of Theft. Quick game.
This has been the Art of Drown-Out.
We do this in one video. So next time, I guess it will be Poacher, and then...
I look forward to your northerner impression the entire time.
Yes, it's quite bad. Although my family's from up north, my mum was from Yorkshire.
Remember a Harry Enfield special? Just
Oh
about
God,
the north of England and just the northerner on the train.
You're going to quote the thing you quoted like 3 times in this series, aren't you?
Who's seen my bum?
Yeah, that one.
Makes me laugh every time.
Yes, that's
Who
what...
wants to see my bum?
Harry Enfield is north racist.
Is there a term for that in the UK? As far as I know, that regionalisation in the UK is quite strong.
No, there isn't. The UK doesn't take itself seriously enough. But there isn't really a word for being, anti-redneck in America or anything. Is there?
You're just not a real American.
Yeah.
There's real American and there's ivory tower elites.
We're getting perilously close to the end of the ego review.
No more ego left to review.
I have to think of something else to do after that. I wanted to float something past you, actually. I've been thinking of, doing a whole game sometime.
What do you mean? Just sitting and playing through an entire game?
Yeah, instead of the ego review, in between the drown-outs, we just try to play through one whole big game.
Maybe a whole game we like.
I was thinking something like The Witcher, because that would be kind of funny.
I have just played through The Witcher and I enjoyed it. So
well, maybe Witcher 3 then, or something that could surprise us.
I think Witcher would probably work purely because its gameplay mechanics are conducive to...
Yeah, just sort of roam around and piss about.
Well, that and you can pause it at any point with space. It's just clicking. Because I've started playing Witcher 2 recently, and that's way more action-y.
Yeah. Well, I'm more used to Witcher 3.
Well, if you want to play... I haven't played Witcher 3.
Witcher 3 is the only one I've played to any great degree of length.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't have the PC version of that, and it might be a bit too advanced for my rig. We'll have to see.
Didn't you buy an advanced rig?
Yeah, like 2 years ago.
Oh, right, so now it's just a paperweight.
Well, it's still...
Giant Alienware paperweight.
Well, it's still pretty good. I'm just not sure I'd want to subject The Witcher 3 to it.
Well, what is it? Witcher 3 is meant to be a real...
It's a real hog.
Yeah.
It's like top of the range, cutting edge business. Anyway, should probably stop rambling.
Fiddly-doo.
Let's make friends with the ceiling. I love you, ceiling.
This has been fun, I think.
I love you so very much.
I think this is a good game. I really would like to see you try and make something like this maybe in, Game Maker or something.
Well, if it fires my creative interest again at some point.
Kicks up a gland.
Because I've got like 3 other projects in mind for my next ones.
You're a busy little beaver. Can we have a taste? Are there any... Can you maybe think up some sort of vague pointers that might whet the appetite? Beyond Consuming Shadow and Hatfall?
Well, expect a content update for both of those.
Ooh.
Not sure when at this rate, but we have been greenlit on Steam for Consuming Shadow, and we're going to go back and add some features before we release it on Steam, just to make it special,
Yeah, so you'll be almost able to consume the Consuming Shadow. Anything beyond that, though? Anything like, just maybe like a teaser for an idea you're fiddling with, or do you want to keep it sort of more close to your chest?
Well, I have always wanted to make a dating sim set in Spandau Prison.
Oh yeah, we've discussed that one.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I will though. I mean, the dating sim section of Hatfall is probably one of the bit that's gotten around the most.
Are you a little worried maybe that that's kind of a single joke?
Well, yes, but my thinking is if we lure them in with the one joke at the start, I can then put lots of other jokes in it.
Some other jokes.
Just turn it into a big old non sequitur showdown. Anyway, should probably go then. Before I've spoiled the next 10 years of my output.
Here's the endings of the next 8 books.
Stop. And you stop, video.
Hammer time.
You stop. Tasers left.
Alright. Now, is the direction of the guy's hair pointing the...
Yes, when he looks up, he's looking at you.
Right.
Well, he can't see you at all when you're in zero light. He saw you.
Damn it.
So you got that much time to get back into shadow. And if he spots you, if you're still visible when that animation ends, he'll go into his alerting animation. And you can tase him before he's finishing his animation and prevent an alarm going
So I have to hold down, but I don't hold X.
Well, ducking wouldn't have helped there anyway.
Well, how do I get past him if I'm not ducking?
Well, you just move quickly past him when he's not looking at you.
He was looking awfully quick.
It's quite doable.
Well, no, I'm just saying that, from my perspective, it looked like there's the wall hug part,
well, you
and
can
then there's
move
the duck part.
Well, you can move awfully quick as well.
Should I tase this guy? Okay.
Yeah, it's a trouble with sprite layering in Adventure Game Studio.
Ugh.
Okay, you used up a tase on that.
Can I just walk past people and they won't notice me?
If you're...
if I'm hidden, if I'm in dark and I go like this and they'll just...
Yeah, they'll just walk straight past you.
Okay, alright.
And you can walk straight past them.
Is that a wall? What is that?
That's a high wall. If you had a roll ability, you could pass through there. But you don't.
Okay. Oh, there's elevators, alright. Okay, and that's a camera, so I don't want that to see me.
Yes, you've got that figured out.
There is... Alright, so there's a doodad up there that lets me monkey with the cameras. That would be a productive thing to get.
How do you know it lets you monkey with the cameras?
Well, because there's a camera pointed directly at those 2 filing cabinets down there, and I assume those have to be... If it is... Oh, alright, I've got to use my little doodad.
What?
You can't see me, I'm not here.
No, of course. Because you're...
Grey. Completely. Look, I'm not here, you butthole.
Seems to me like grey probably would be a better camouflage colour than black.
Yeah, apparently the ninjas used to wear like a sort of deep blue. Like the black wasn't sort of...
Well, ninjas just dressed in like peasant outfits.
Where's this taking me? Up, up! Damn it. God damn it.
Man, you're bad at this.
I didn't know where that was... Oh, well, fuck it. That's as alert as that's gonna get. So at least
This
that's
is one of those games where you have to like... Whoops, that was the wrong wire.
Damn it!
This is the game where you basically have to... You can't expect to do the best you possibly can on your very first try. You've got to learn how to do things right. Sup,
Word.
you master thieves and crafty scoundrels. The Ego review continues into the zero punctuation era. Because it was after I started that this game came out. Trilby, the Arse of Theft.
I have not played this one.
No.
No, I think this is the last of your games that I haven't actually...
But you will be in a minute.
Oh, I'm actually doing it, am I?
Well, we'll see. I have a funny feeling you'll be shit at this because it requires finesse.
Ah, yes.
So here's a keyboard. Put your damn coffee down.
It's a fucking keyboard thing. Like...
Yeah. AGS didn't support controllers, bitch.
Goddamn.
Because this was made with
I'm presuming.
This was made with Adventure Game Studio.
I love that you make non-adventure games with Adventure Game Studio. Like that's actually kind of interesting to me.
Well, it was the only thing I was familiar with, and I was too stubborn to learn something new until I learned Game Maker instead. Now I'm too stubborn to learn something besides that.
There's a big streak of just that conservative stubbornness in you, where you're just like, I'm not upgrading to Windows 10. He's got Windows 7, and he's got it set to look like Windows 98. That's the best part.
I find it comforting.
Okay, think about that.
Anyway,
the artsy crucial Windows 98 is his security blanket.
Anyway, let's talk about this lovely story you're totally ignoring. We are Trilby of 5 Days a Stranger, 2 years before the events of that game. It's currently 1991, when Trilby is in his mid-20s, and a brash, self-righteous, arrogant young thief in the in the cities of America. Because after I'd finished the Chzo Mythos, I realized I'd created a sort of arc for Trilby where he starts off as this sort of arrogant, self-styled Robin Hood figure and gradually becomes haunted by the knowledge of things being bigger than he previously understood. So I wanted to go back and explore his character when he was still a young, arrogant person who thinks he's got it all figured out. Basically.
Tick on the screen.
So, yes.
Oh, okay, the computer screen. Okay.
Yeah, so there's 3 levels of light.
Mm-hmm.
This is what this tutorial is establishing. You're in low light, which means you cannot be seen at all.
Righty. Is the things up on the top right there, the eyeball and...
Well, this will all be explained if you just keep moving forward.
There we go.
Now you're in medium light. When you're in medium light, you're visible if you're just standing there, but if you press X to flatten yourself against the wall, then you become invisible again. Don't hold it, press it once.
Well,
it's a trigger. It's a trigger thing.
Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Can I move while flattened?
Not presently, but there's an upgrade that means you can. What the hell was that?
Bring out your dead.
I think someone's rolling a dustbin down the hill outside. So now you're in full light, which means you can be seen always. I wish that noise would stop now. Yes, then you have to... You failed!
Oh.
You're even worse at lockpicking than you are in consuming shadow.
Oh. Alright, okay, that's in. Alright.
That's how you do it.
Stronger locks in the field!
Yeah,
okay.
That took you like 4 tries.
I was getting, the...
Better scrape the cobwebs off. Master thief. Yes, credits. Me. Aren't I great? Here's some people. Yes, my game development output slowed considerably after I started zero punctuation.
Should I save? Like, are there things I have to concern myself with?
Yeah, just save. Who cares?
I thought there might be, an issue where I have to reload it or something.
Stop muttering. We're doing a commentary for people to listen to. If you got something to say, sound it out.
Okay, the upgrades are there.
Yes. You look at a newspaper and think, ooh, I'm so great at stuff. I'm so great at stuff, I reckon I could learn a new ability right now.
Okay, what do we got? Roll. Alright, that seems pretty good.
Yes.
Alright. Ooh.
Yeah, that's the one way you can move while wall hugging. And that one lets you move a bit faster.
Lower standards.
So how the missions work is sort of Splinter Cell style. You got a limited number of alarms you permit yourself in the mission. If you exceed that number of alarms, you immediately abort and have to start again. And there's a similar thing with tasers. So if
I run out of tasers, it stops the game.
Well, if you use it too many times, Trilby goes, I need more practice. I'm not a thug. I don't hurt people. I was heavily inspired by the Thief series for this game. I especially like those little briefings you'd have in between at the start of the Thief missions, where Garrett would explain the mission to you in his sexy voice, and it would establish his character. We're doing something similar here with Trilby.
Okay.
Where he's saying he's going to steal from
Perota.
Someone called Perota, who's a businessman. Trilby, at this stage in his career, basically picks people who he decides need to be taken down a peg and targets them until they're much poorer. Yes. I've already explained all that. So in this mission, you got to get together your loot. You got to get together 200 in loot, and you collect it by stealing blackmail material from filing cabinets, and you got to crack that safe in the top right as well. That's the objective.
Rightio.
So if you press tab, you can see there's 3 alarms left and 3. Yeah, they were digging up the road outside this morning.
You can use it to get to high places.
Yes.
I have umbrellas in high places.
So we're using Trilby's grappling hook umbrella, except not as a grappling hook at all. you just stick it in the roof.
He's got a very different physicality to him in this one.
I guess you're using it more as a...
his stance is completely different. He has what appears to be an upper body.
This is a much more light-hearted sort of 60s spy tone of things. Where he stands with the confidence of, like, Superman in front of a mugger's bullets. Ha ha ha, you shoot me in the chest, but it is nothing. Yes, interact with that electronic control box.
Push up.
Yes, push up.
Alright, I was pushing shift. The arrow keys on this are tiny.
Yes, that lovely tiny... We love that tiny keyed keyboard.
Okay, so is there a correlation between the color of the beam and the color of the wire I'm supposed to cut?
No. Just pick one.
Well,
this was basically just a random choice. That was wrong.
Okay.
You fool. It's basically a gamble. It can make things slightly easier for you. This is what it's establishing.
Oh, okay, so the electronics is a risk thing that is okay.
We'll get into this when we get a better idea of the mechanics. Yes, thank you, that noise stopped for now.
Is there a run button?
No.
Okay, so run is just move forward.
Yes, you move as fast as you usually can. Like that. There you go. And you can flatten to evade these vertical lasers.
Oh, I'm holding it again.
This is the lovely sort of warehouse car parky thing Trilby uses as a hideout. And the city this game takes place in is called Chapeau City. And it's called that because chapeau sounds a bit like the French word chapeau, which means hat.
Layers.
Nobody picked up on that. That's your taser. That will take down guards, but there's a limited number of times you can do it in a mission.
Oh, okay. Is that anywhere that I can see? Like, is there like a taser thing?
Yes, there will be a GUI when you're in an actual mission.
Okie dokie.
You keep asking questions when you could just proceed and see for yourself. What are you so afraid of?
Okay.
Yes, this is the quick time event. You press space.
Right.
Press X or space. And Yes. So you steal cash to meet your cash loot objective, and you also get experience points to spend on upgrades by stealing things. Right. You didn't even check that filing cabinet.
Oh, yeah, I thought I did.
No, you didn't.
Ooh, found $50 that I was keeping in my $50 file.
That's $50 worth of blackmail material.
Okay.
So you could go up to someone and say, "Hey, check this out, $50."
Alright. Nothing of interest there. Okay. Alright. Starting to get the feel of it now.
Okay, well...
Up we go.
You only got one alarm left.
Up we go. What was that guy looking at? Aren't I in complete darkness?
Well, he saw you for a brief moment, and that was sort of like a programming limitation, because you were standing in mid-light for a brief moment in the jump animation, until the game recognized that you were now on the upper floor.
Is that gonna be a concern as I play through? Like, do I need to factor that in?
Not really. Because you only caught a glimpse for an instant. What?
What?
I don't think I can get rid of him, really, can I? Like, he's not gonna look away.
Well, you could infer that if you had the roll ability, you could pass into that room with the closed door. And since there's a closed door behind him, it's reasonable to assume that that door leads there. And you'd be behind him and in a position to get rid of him, if you were so inclined.
How do I go up the stairs?
The normal way. There's a thin platform.
Alright, so I just have to...
Yes.
Umbrella, I can't walk up the stairs.
No, you can only go up and down through thin platforms.
Okay.
Hello?
The Dunning-Kruger effect in action over here, people.
How is this the Dunning-Kruger effect?
I'm just saying that's what you are.
How?
I'm saying you're the Dunning-Kruger effect in action.
Right, and I'm asking for, like how? Like, I'm just curious as to how you define that.
Because you're thick.
Uh-huh. Oh, no you don't, you sneaky little... Hey.
Right. Now we're in the room with a safe.
Space.
Now we've learned some crafty stuff. So now just return to your start position, because we're not weak sauce like Thief 1, ending the mission the instant you find the thing on the easy difficulty setting.
2... 1, 2... Okay, so...
And you can't open that door presently, because you need to upgrade your lockpicking skill. So yeah, this is a mission with a lot of stuff you can come back to and get a better rating once you've got all the skills. But just to finish the mission, all you need to do is get to the exit now.
Okay, so that's a good thing to know, that some of the bits of the,